Welcome, everybody, to The Old Guard, the only podcast hosted by OGs dedicated to the preservation of the sanctity of geek culture. This is your boy, Wally Analog, and I'm joined, of course, across the table from me by the gatekeeper of civility and order, Rowls Royce.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We back again, and after our introduction in the prior episode, we could not come back, at least during this time, without addressing what is hot in the street currently. Ryan Coogler is back for some more, y'all, and we have got to talk about this because this movie here, Sinners, if you haven't seen it before already, spoiler alert, but I can't imagine you haven't seen it at least 3 times because the way the movie is blowing up right now, everybody I've talked to has seen it at least twice. Except me, I've not been back. But that doesn't mean I'm not going back. I'm going back. What about you, Rose? We have to go see that movie again.
Yes.
A masterpiece that belongs in whatever the equivalent of the cinematic Smithsonian is. Needs to be in there.
Do we still have a Smithsonian?
I don't know.
Okay.
In this day and age, we don't have anything anymore. They're taking it all away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
Let us talk about what is the genius of one Ryan Coogler. Now, when we were doing the 82 podcast, we obviously followed the MCU. And we talked about the MCU. And we gave impartial reviews about movies in the MCU.
Did we?
Well, I tried to. Do you feel it? Are you insinuating that I was somehow unfair and biased in one direction or another about any movie?
No, Wally, not at all.
Come on,
not at all, man.
Not at all. If I hated it, I said it. If I liked it, I said it.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, and I even went back. No, that was
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, I even went back and apologized for my hatred on that one. But that goes a long way to say that I'm not afraid to be wrong. Mm-hmm. So I say all that to say, when Ryan Coogler came out with what was a cinematic event in the form of Black Panther, man, everybody was hyped about it. And the Black community in particular was hyped about this movie.
Yes, sir.
And now, this is a movie that he had done after having a few successes under his belt already, but because of the magnitude of what the MCU was during the Infinity Saga, man, that to me, it's still today the height of the MCU's life, as it were.
Right.
2018, that was the pinnacle of the MCU because it's boo boo now.
Right.
You know, say what you want about it. It is not what it was.
Yeah, and it's interesting because
it's not what it was.
Because, you know, Black Panther got introduced. Well, let me go back. The introduction of
Civil War,
T'Challa and Black Panther in Civil War, that was a cultural event.
It was.
It was all over the social media.
All over.
Just one clip.
He didn't
just
have
him
much
turn
action.
into
Just
the
did a little
helicopter and the bullets were ricocheting off of him. It was like, that's all we needed.
That's all we needed. Yeah.
And then,
fighting Bucky in the stairwells, and I mean,
right,
chasing them with street clothes. Dude,
yes. But I'm saying all that to say that Black Panther comes out. That was just
monumental.
Yeah, monumental. And then right after that, Infinity War, when T'Challa just dusts off.
No, yeah,
nuts.
Yeah,
nuts.
But we were lucky that when they introduced T'Challa, they decided to go to one Ryan Coogler to be responsible for, moving the, ball forward.
Right.
And his movie did over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Now, I guess a lot of people didn't feel like that was as monumental of an accomplishment because at that point it seemed like the MCU was turning out numbers just from falling out of bed.
Right.
But with Sinners, man, this dude proved that wasn't a fluke because he did this with an original IP, original script, original, characters, everything.
Right.
and the setting was 1930s
Mississippi Delta.
Mississippi. Black folks everywhere.
Right.
And the general consensus is that this movie is good. So it ain't just us showing up, the black community showing up. But everybody likes this movie. And it's not because it's part of a greater universe.
Right.
So we need to talk about this. You can try to diminish this as much as you want.
Right.
But the facts are the facts.
Man, before we dive into it, man, the one thing that I was impressed with is this was Ryan Coogler kind of coming out to the audience. And when I say coming out, I mean like this was he was the man behind the camera with Black Panther. Mm-hmm. Like it was more about the stars. It was more about Killmonger and T'Challa and blah, blah, blah. And he kind of just, hey, I'm here. I'm the director. I'm just chilling in the back. But this movie right here, like the rollout was impressive. Like before we could even walk into the movie, there was a clip that went viral where this dude talks about the different formats in IMAX. In film, sorry, not IMAX, but the different films, the different film packages, the different camera packages, right? And he has that Southern Cali accent, man, and it's just beautiful to watch. Like I get chills, like even talking about it, man. It's just, that's monumental. That you got that from like Nolan, and you know you always hear like some British dude talk about film and blah blah blah. But to hear our folks like talking about film and talking about the passion and the dedication and the technical knowledge that goes into making a film, that was beautiful to me. This is before I even walked in the theater and bought my ticket. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the thing that I'm really liking about this whole thing, that Ryan is definitely, I mean, he has a good name too. I mean, right?
Well, but of course.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Actually, Irish for Little King. We'll get into that.
All right. Okay.
Right. Yes. My name's Ryan, by the way.
Yeah. You didn't know for those of you new fans. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to just gush on that and say that. So
to build on that point, man, isn't it? And I don't know about you, but for me, man, isn't it refreshing to see somebody who genuinely loves what they do talk about it,
right? And unashamed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And not just talk about it, but talk about it in a way that he's very knowledgeable, man. Like this dude,
he's geeking out about it.
Yeah, he's literally geeking about it. I mean, the stuff that he highlights are things I would have never even thought about. But I mean, by me being a layman, obviously I wouldn't. But
right.
There's just these things. It's like we're learning. I'm learning about. Okay, that's the thing. What he's talking about, and I didn't really, I just joy in that.
Yeah,
that somebody, I would love to be that.
He's not even 40 yet.
That's crazy.
And I'm creeping up on 50 going, what have I done with my life?
What can we do? Right. He's inspiring the OGs out here.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've always said, man, wisdom is by no means commensurate with age.
Right.
Because there are a lot of old fools out here. And it's good to see, younger dudes out here doing, what they're doing on the level that he's doing it at. And man, this movie, man, if you have not seen this movie, because we're going to spoil it to a degree today.
Give me break down a synopsis,
please.
Yeah. And yes, there are spoilers in here.
Yeah, so, man.
But we'll warn you.
We've told you a couple of times already. Yeah. So if you haven't turned this off by now, it's your fault. But go ahead.
Yeah. Oh,
don't bootleg this movie either. Go. Jeez.
Yeah.
We don't want no R mateys around here.
All right. So Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler, directed and written by Ryan Coogler.
You better know it.
Here's a synopsis. Trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers, Smoke and Stack, return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back.
twin brothers.
And that synopsis
Check
doesn't
it
do
past.
the movie
it
justice.
does not at all, but it gives you enough.
Right.
The fact that Michael B. Jordan is playing twin brothers now, this thing, my God. Now, and I asked this question to you offline. I did it in jest, but then I kind of thought about it. But I mean, I don't know. Can you possibly get Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor in Oscar? Is that possible? Because that dude played two totally separate people.
That's true.
Those two dudes, while they, but they talked about the twin dynamic, and this is the type of research that Ryan Coogler did, as well as Michael B. Jordan did,
Right.
and actually being around twins and talking to people like dialect coaches and stuff like that, and making sure that you can establish differences between two people that on their surface are the very same.
Yeah.
And he did that. Like when you watched Smoke move, like if you took the hat and just put them in if you put them in identical clothing and just watched them, you'd be able to know which one was Smoke, which one was Stack,
Right.
based on how they move. Like Smoke never smiled.
Right.
In the
he
whole
was
movie.
more, he
He
was
didn't
more
smile at all.
serious and
Never
calculated.
smiled.
Yeah.
Stack was always laughing at something,
Yeah.
joking, being silly,
Right.
outgoing.
Yes.
And his
Gregarious,
speech,
pretty much.
his speech
Right.
identified that. Whereas not a whole lot of talking from Smoke. So that in and of itself, man, and it was a level of research and stuff that because we've seen, like, a lot of us know twins personally and have seen
Right.
that dynamic, and I've seen videos where twins have complimented him on how well that dynamic it was portrayed.
Right.
So that's one thing.
Right.
My man Coogler as an artist, and you could probably speak to this by someone being, one who came up playing sports a lot, team sports, and the importance of continuity and chemistry.
Right.
The fact that he continues to work with these same people,
Yes.
and they're just getting better and better and better because they essentially play together
Right.
for so many years that they know each other. 'Cause I can imagine that's a thing.
Right.
I can't imagine anybody would have a problem with it. I'm trying to see if I heard an argument about, well, you just use the same people, but it's like, like you kind of want to do that, right? Like you want to maintain that level of continuity.
And I mean, for a while it was, maybe not on the same level, but it was like Denzel would always be in a Tony Scott movie, before he passed. But, I mean, this is the fifth film where it's Ryan and Michael B. Jordan, and they started with Fruitvale Station, and they've just been a team ever since. And what's also cool for me behind the scenes to see Ryan. Definitely, you see the track record, with Black Panther, all that stuff. But he has his own production company in Proximity Media, and then Michael B. started his own production company called the Outlier Society, and I think he's put out like Raising Dion on Netflix. He's coming out with, and then he has been involved with. They've both been involved with the Creed franchise, which I mean that was monumental to take a dying. I don't want to call it a dying franchise, but taking an IP and then
it was dead,
breathing life into it.
Nobody was checking for Rocky,
right?
So you're not out of line,
right? But even looking at Michael B. and going, man, you kind of look like a Creed son, what I'm saying? Just do the mustache and what I'm saying?
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
And just get in shape.
It worked. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And and then he's doing Michael B's doing the Thomas Crown Affair, like that he's gonna be directing that as well. He might be even writing and directing it, which is interesting. Because he did that with Creed. That was his first directorial debut.
Okay. He wrote that? He didn't write that.
I need to check. I don't know.
Does Ryan Coogler have a brother? I feel like his brother had something to do with that.
Might have, yeah. I know Ryan Coogler
script,
executive produced.
Yeah, he wasn't like
He just
behind
directed the
cameras or
first
anything
one.
like that.
Yeah. So, man, like they're already just blazing a fire in Hollywood,
man.
and I like the way that they're doing it, and they're just setting an example that they just support each other, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like you said, man, I think Ryan definitely creates a culture wherever he goes. You know, like these people want to work with him. You know, and it's funny because he was saying Sinners was kind of like a hurry up because life is happening and like all these people are getting older and they're having kids, and it's like when you start having kids, your time is not available. Mm-mm. You can't go off and go like I'm gonna shoot a movie for 3 months. It's
right.
Like, you know, like
you got to work it in, man.
And the people I'm referencing, like Ruth Carter. I mean, that's a legend.
Yeah,
she's a legend all to herself. I mean,
Oscar winner. You know what I'm saying?
Gosh,
costume design. Yeah, sure.
Right, but she's done costume design from all the movies we've seen, especially in Black culture.
Yeah, well, look it up, man.
Right.
Look it up.
The resume speaks for itself.
Yeah. Look it up.
Yeah, so he tapped her to do all the, like, she's the person for him. You know, right. Like, yeah. And then, you know, of course, Michael
the new
B.
Hans Zimmer out here. The new
Ludwig.
One. The new Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, Ludwig
He's
Göransson.
the new one, man. That dude, man.
Crazy.
That dude was bananas.
He was on, he did Childish Gambino's album.
Yeah.
Awaken My Love.
For sure.
And that album is nuts.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Redbone. I mean, come on.
Man, come on.
That played. Oh.
Yeah. He's. Yeah, that guy, man. You would have never thought you hear that music. It is coming from somebody named Ludwig.
Right.
Well, that boy.
Right.
Yeah, he's for real. He's a problem. He's a problem out here.
Yes. Yeah.
The team, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was.
Rachel Morrison.
Yeah.
She shot Black Panther. I know the first one. I think she shot Wakanda Forever as well.
Who is this man's editor, dude?
I don't know. I got to research that.
Because
let's look it up.
Those twin scenes, man. And if you haven't looked it up, man, go research how they did the scenes where the twins are interacting or they're in the same room together. It's not your typical cut and paste kind of deal.
Right.
It's some really sophisticated stuff.
Yeah, so the editor is Michael P. Shaver.
Michael P.
He did Quiet Place 2.
Okay.
He was the editor for Black Panther.
Okay.
Editor for Creed.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You got a team.
Editor for Fruitvale Station.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You get your team, you play together, you know what I'm saying? They don't need to be trying to bring in no free agents.
Correct.
To try to get, you know what I mean? Trying to put together no super team.
Right.
You build together like the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That team in you know, whatever team, you can pick a team, you know what I'm saying? But if you're in the March Madness, you're in the tournament and you've played for 3 years together, it's not uncommon for a lower seed that's built like that to knock off, you know, somebody, you know, a bunch of one and doneers.
Yeah. Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
And he's kind of in that underdog situation, right? Like nobody's checking for young black director like that.
Right.
Let's just keep it real.
Right.
But he's proven himself and his team are proving themselves.
Right.
And it's to the point now that if we're not talking about the movie at all, we talking about
we will. But no, these are important things because and see that's the culture that he's building, it relates to the film.
Yeah.
It's weaved into the DNA of the film. So like,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's important to like highlight the people that are behind the scenes for this film because the film is that good.
Yes. And we need to highlight, man.
Right. His director of photography, Autumn, her name is Autumn Derald Akapa.
Mm-hmm.
First woman to shoot. I forgot the name of the camera, but it's this large the camera weighs about 100 pounds.
What?
Weighs about 100 pounds. She joked because, and of course, after I watched Sinners, I soaked in all kinds of information. So I'm just walking encyclopedia right now. But she was joking. She was just like, this 100-pound camera. And she just talked about like shooting down they shot Sinners down in the Louisiana bayou.
1,000 degrees.
Right. Alligators coming up on set, like, because they were in a swamp. Right. They literally had an alligator come up on set one night, and they had to get an alligator wrangler to get them off the set. It's crazy. Right. Yeah. But, I mean, just making history with these people, man. I think he's going to be making history with this movie. The way the rate it is going, and we're only at this recording, we're in the second week of its release.
Right, bro.
And you look at the movie, you try to get a seat,
a good one.
Yeah,
you're gonna be in the front row looking up.
Right. Which with this movie, the way he shot it, you don't want to be in the front row.
You don't want to be there.
You actually want to be in the back row.
Yeah, you want to be all the way in the back, bro.
All the way in the back,
for sure.
Yeah.
If this man any less than 3 Oscar wins, I ain't talking about nominations, I'm talking about wins, is criminal.
Right.
Criminal, dude. If this doesn't win, at least, and I'm saying, and 3 is kind of like,
it needs to be. It needs to be.
Yeah. I'm talking about the best actor need to come out of there.
Yep.
Best supporting actor need to come out of there, even if it is Michael B. or if it's not Delroy Lindo.
Yes.
Man, somebody. I don't know about effects, but
yes, effects,
cinematography.
No, effects.
Yeah.
Man,
cinematography too.
Let's dive into
it,
it,
bro.
man.
Okay,
let's dive into it, man.
So, like they said, man, Smoke and Stack, they twins. They moved from their home in Mississippi, small town,
Clarksdale, Mississippi.
Yeah, wherever it is. And they go to Chicago apparently, and they come back.
They work for Al Capone, by the way.
Right.
Just to give a little detail.
That's
crazy.
Gangster. Yeah, and they snuck it in there. It's like it wasn't like this big thing. It's like that was Mary that pointed that out, right? Yeah, it was Mary that pointed it out.
And they also fought in World War I.
One did. Right?
One did. Smoke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because he was a soldier.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they go up there. They doing dirt up there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of alluded to in the movie that they had to get out of there.
Right.
Because they were doing some stuff on the low.
Right.
That involved the procurement of much Irish beer.
And money.
Yes, and money. Yeah. Apparently they was robbing banks and doing all kinds of stuff up there. But not, needless to say, they came down fresh. I mean, 1930s fresh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't poor.
Right.
Because when you juxtapose them to the people in the town, that you could tell.
Right.
I mean, they got a car and a truck. It's
right.
Like they got stuff.
Right.
And a lot of money.
Yep.
To the point where they can buy property.
Right.
In which to open, or property upon which to open a juke joint.
Right.
So this is their way of, okay, I'm getting out of the game. We're going to come home and we're going to do it the legal and the proper way.
Right.
Right. But still kind of got the, gangster hood in them, to do the stuff. So that's the genesis of this thing. The juke joint, as we come to find out, is representative of, for the most part, Black culture. Well, with music, music being the main thing, but a lot of parallels. Yeah, it parallels Black culture a lot too, man. Like
yes.
Every facet, even if it's not just music, it could be anything.
Right.
Just acceptance. Into our spaces and acceptance into what we deem important.
Right.
The proverbial cookout,
right,
as it were.
And even though slavery was abolished,
Yeah, sharecroppers
the
are still a thing.
sharecroppers were still a
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and it was the main economy down there.
That's right.
And there was a lot of racial division,
Lot.
and the juke joint is representative of a space that black folks could just be free without persecution.
Right.
I can look however I want to look. I
Right.
can dance. I can sing. I can just
Drink
let loose
and
in here
smoke and do what I want.
Yeah, I can
And then
do
go
what I
home.
want, and then it's
Back to
it's almost
business in
like
the morning.
a release.
Yeah.
A lot of these juke joints happen on a Saturday.
Yep.
Do the secular stuff, and then get that church on Sunday.
That culture, baby. That
Right,
culture.
right.
Make sure you can get up in the morning.
But it was a necessary balance.
That's correct.
Because
Preacher Boy said, he was like, man, I worked. I pulled a lot of cotton or whatever today. I'm leaving. I'll be back
right,
to go to church. I promise you.
right,
But I'm going to take my guitar and I'm about to play some blues
right.
up here at this juke joint.
And get some catfish. I wanted some catfish when I was watching the movie, but it's like, man, that catfish look kind of good. Anyway, sorry.
Was that a euphemism for something else? Are you really talking about catfish?
No.
Okay.
No, not
Okay.
a euphemism for anything else.
Okay. Okay. All right. Those of you that see the movie, you probably know what I'm referring to. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Perline's catfish.
Yes, I didn't.
Hot off the griddle.
Yes.
Come as you are.
I didn't mean to jump out of the stream. So.
Where were we? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, you know what I'm talking about. If you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
goodness.
It's the only proper way to eat catfish.
Golly. Yeah. Man.
The catfish doesn't have to be completely clean.
Wally has gone off the rails already. I am trying to keep order, but I can't.
Welcome back to everybody who have rejoined us.
You had that loaded, didn't you?
I had it ready.
You had it ready to go,
Had it
didn't
ready. You threw the doors wide open.
you? Yep.
Literally.
Let the bullets
The
fly.
What? What?
Juke joint,
all
man.
right, the
Let's
juke-
get back to
the
the
juke-
juke joint. Yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to say catfish. Golly.
But we do love catfish as black folks. We like
Yes. Fried catfish.
Thank y'all for
get
coming.
back.
God bless you. Good night.
No, let's get back to the juke joint.
The juke.
Let's focus.
Yes, I'm
Focus.
sorry.
Yes. Yes. You all right, man? You need a minute. You need some
Go
water.
ahead, talk. Go ahead. I'm good.
So the juke joint. So smoke and snack are basically. What's interesting is during the movie, it's almost like they're building the A team to get this juke joint up.
Yeah, right. There's like they're assembling the Avengers. It's crazy. They're getting everybody that they need.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. I need the OG blues singer.
Right. The one that
Delroy
everybody.
Lindo.
That's correct.
Yes. We got our cousin.
Okay. Yep.
Yes.
Cornbread.
Sammy.
Right.
Nope.
No. Yeah. The
cousin
blues player.
is-
Yeah.
the
But
blues
Preacher
player.
Boy.
Yeah,
My
Preacher
bad,
Boy,
My bad.
yes.
My bad. Yeah.
Sammy,
Yeah,
Preacher
yeah,
Boy.
Yeah. The heavy hammer at the door.
Right.
Right.
Yes. Then we got Cornbread. They
Cornbread.
got him right out the cotton field.
Cornbread. Get it. Come get it.
Right.
Get this money, Cornbread.
yeah.
Hold the door.
Yeah, you hold the door. Mm-hmm. We get Annie, which is Smoke's love interest. Well, is this his wife?
They didn't really say.
Yeah, well, Smoke's love interest.
Yeah.
They
The
had a
hoodoo
baby.
girl, right, yeah.
Right, yes. Yeah, they get her to don't go off the rails, Wally. But
Okay.
they get her to cook the fish.
Cook that
And-
fish. Yeah. It did look good, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It was very, it looked really good.
Yeah. And then
Bo and his wife. What's his wife's name?
Bo and Grace.
Now, Bo and Grace.
Yes. Let's touch on that. Yes.
Boy, listen. Okay, so now we've talked about the black community.
Yes.
Bo and Grace are two Asians, an Asian couple.
Right.
And they own stores in the white part of town as well as in the black part of town, correct? Or no, they not? Just the black part of town?
No, just to reframe.
Okay.
So they're in Clarksdale, right? And this is indicative of a lot of cities in the South.
Yes.
This is on a street.
Yes.
So there's a black side of the street.
That's right. My bad.
There's a white side of the street.
That's correct.
Black folks, you on that side of the street.
That's right.
And white folks, you're on this side of the street.
That's right. But that
Bo and
store
Grace
is available
they had a store on the black side of the street.
Okay, that's what it was.
And they had a store on the white side of the street.
That's right.
And that's a historical fact.
Yes.
With the racial division of black and white people, Asian people,
they want all your money.
Well, but they were also providing a service.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And they
want money on both sides.
They approached this. They came into this country. Not speaking for Asian people, but like they came into a country that was divided.
Yes,
and they were just like, well, we'll just provide services for both.
Right. And
there's some, depending on perspectives and looking at it from either culture, there's some pros and cons to that. You know. So, but anyway, long story short, they had a store on both sides of the street, and my God, Ryan directing this film,
what I'm saying, man.
The shot where they went to the black store and their daughter walked across the street to the white store, just to get her mom to come over to the man, like a continuous shot, just beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You nudged me when that was happening. You was like, man, look at that one shot. Look at that, and those are the things that I appreciate. Being friends with Rowls, because those are the things that my untrained eye don't pick up.
Right.
And it was when you said that, I was like, man, okay. And
with that shot, it was also illustrating what it was.
Right.
And it left it was almost an Easter egg, like read these history books. Right. That happened.
This is real. This is not made up.
This is not, I didn't make this up. This is absurd. They have a store on both sides of the street because we can't get it together here in our country.
Right.
There should just be one store that services both sides of the street. But we had to have a black store and a white store.
Crazy. Yep.
When I watched the movie the second time, I kind of want to see the quality of the things that are in the black store and the quality of the things that are in the white store.
Yeah.
But you're soaking in this movie so much. It's like a layer cake.
Yeah, you got to see it more than once. You have to.
Right.
You'll miss everything. I've missed so much. I already know.
So anyway, they're basically assembling the A-team to build this, to get this juke joint.
And up in a night.
Right. And then what's cool, I don't want to say what's cool, but what was interesting and why it's so steeped in the historical facts, this was still a time where things haven't turned over yet. So there's still people riding horse and buggy.
Correct. And
but
that's why
smoking stack or riding in the cars.
They rolling cars. Right.
Cars
no one else is doing that.
Right.
To give you an idea of what they own.
Right.
Like, and the level that they're on.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
They're not broke.
Yeah.
And they go around, and the very whole first part of the movie is showing them the resources that they have and the wisdom that they've accumulated over the time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They were able to get Delroy Lindo away from his steady gig every Saturday.
Right.
With the introduction of some fine Irish beer and some more money that you've never seen before in your life. That man left his steady job for uncertainty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was, crazy.
Exactly.
To be sure.
Right.
But he had never seen nothing like that. He got a taste of that Irish beer, man. That man was like, what?
Yes.
And he said, I got a whole bunch more.
Right.
Come on to the juke joint tonight. Next thing you know, he in the car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like there, and then I heard this lady on social media make this point, and I thought it was interesting too, because when it happened, I thought the same thing. She was much more eloquent than I could be as far as illustrating what was happening, but the scene where Smoke enlists the services of a young girl to watch his truck and stuff like that.
Right.
And he proposed an amount
and was teaching her how to negotiate.
Taught
Yes.
that young lady how to negotiate.
Right.
Now, what also is telling is that same negotiating style was exhibited by Grace,
Yes.
which either one of them taught each other. It's not clear on who taught how to negotiate.
Right.
I want to say it might have been Grace because she's a business, and
Yes.
she probably had to.
Right.
Or he could have very well taught her.
Right.
But either way, there was this understanding
Yes.
that you need to know your worth, and he conveyed that to that young girl.
Yes.
However he learned it,
Right.
and that was cool.
Right.
I mean, he was very respectful of women.
Right.
That was what you got from Smoke. That he respected women, even in his interaction with his girlfriend.
Right.
So now Stack, on the other hand, he's kind of portrayed as a womanizer. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas Smoke seems to be, he cares more about women. He's more respectful to women.
Right.
We kind of learned that Stack just, he's out for a good time.
Right.
Now
Yeah.
it comes out that he really does have feelings for, Mary or whatever.
Right.
But she intimated a lot about the nature of their relationship and that kind of thing. And it wasn't,
Well, I mean, they grew up together, so
Yeah.
I guess I think the thing with Smoke and Stack, and that's the beauty of the writing of this. There was enough information where you got the motivation of the characters right off the bat. Like, one will assume that Smoke and Stack's dad was abusive.
Yep.
And Smoke ended up killing.
Taking care of his business.
Yeah. And Mary's mom, and the story on Mary is Mary was biracial.
Yes.
So she
Fair
passed.
enough to pass. Yep.
Her skin was fair enough to pass as white.
Yep. And had a white husband.
So she had a relationship with Stack, but Stack was like, "This is not going to work.
Yeah.
This is not going to work because we are in a system where doesn't matter if we love each other.
Right.
They are going to either kill me or kill the both of us.
Right.
And they'll probably kill the both of us if we keep this going.
Right.
So I'm protecting you by you go over there.
Yeah.
You will have a better life if you go over there. Now, that was the emotional part of the movie. It was like black people didn't have anything. It was just kind of like the better life is over there with the white people.
Yeah.
And so in his, it was almost like a chivalrous kind of way, like, hey, I love you this much where you can go over there. So of course he had these intense feelings for her.
Right.
So, and I think that plays well into the development of the movie when as we get into it. But yeah, man, just that right there is just like, it's rich with the dialogue and how they interacted with each other. Really painted a picture quickly of the characters' motivations, the lives that they were living, that sort of thing,
And that is what I appreciate the most. Well, I won't say the most, but one of the most impressive things about Coogler's writing is that he, like you said, he gives a lot of information, but without that obvious beat you over the head dialogue that explains everything. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I hate when people do that.
Right.
It to me, it signifies bad writing. Like, it's like, just let their conversation be organic enough to where you can deduce what the situation is.
The audience is smart.
Yes, we're not stupid. You don't have to
spell out EMP.
Right.
Electromagnetic.
There you go.
But it's a cheap way of saying like how the writing is. Like, as much as we've heard about EMP, and not to dwell on it, but it's like a writing trope. It's kind of like as soon as somebody says EMP, there'll be somebody come in the background. Oh, you mean electromagnetic pulse? And it's like, man, I know what an EMP is.
Why don't they just ever say electromagnetic pulse?
Yes.
to save from the trope, if that's what you want to use.
I have no idea. I don't know if there's some. I don't know if they review the film and then they're like, well, you got to shoot it where you have to have an explainer in there in the dialogue.
But
it's the way it's written. Yeah, you just have to.
Yeah.
All the stuff that we talked about, you found out in social media, or you started researching like, hey, what was it like back in the 30s?
Yeah.
I knew some of it, but I didn't know it was like that.
Right.
Where, I didn't know that there was, even back then, I didn't know that there was an Asian component where it was
never insult the intelligence of your audience. And even if they don't understand it, like you said, they'll go looking if your story is compelling.
Right.
They won't if your story's whack.
Right. It doesn't derail the movie where it's
it
like,
does
I don't
still
understand.
Interested.
Yeah. Unless you're doing like a Christopher Nolan movie and it's like, okay, like Tenet or something like that.
That was just overly ambitious. And it was just like, man, I mean, he was making up stuff. With the time thing. That's different. Those require full explanations in order to justify what's going on.
Right.
Like, with science fiction, you need to have a rule set established.
Right.
But not with this.
Yeah.
Not with people's lives and their relationships and how they may have gotten to know each other and things like that. We don't need, I mean, sometimes you can do it well with a flashback and kind of understand, but the whole long Tyler Perry style dialogue in this scene lasts for 15 minutes. Get that mess out of here.
Right.
Get that mess out of here.
Yeah. So, man, getting to the juke joint, because it's almost as if, and I think we're purposely not talking about the obvious of the movie, like when you look at the marketing and all that stuff, but like when they set up the juke joint, it's almost like you got the A team, we got our it's funny, in a lot of horror movies there's movies like The Faculty where it's like in The Faculty, there was like these high school students, and there was like the jock, the nerd, the school nerd, the hot girl, the socially awkward, girl,
like Breakfast Club,
right, the overly ambitious, student, that kind of thing. So it was almost like a like you said, like the Avengers of high school. But this was like the Avengers of the 1930s amongst black folks, so like, so anyway, the juke joint is set up, the party is going, and man, let's get into the music, man.
Okay, before we get, you know what? We'll do the music and then we'll get back. Go ahead. Let's talk about it. Because we're talking about the juke joint and their safe space and who is threatening the juke joint. So I'll bring that up. The music. Let's go.
Right.
Let's go.
Yeah. So the centerpiece of this film is this one scene.
It's a low-key musical, man, and people don't want to admit it, bro.
Exactly. Miles Canton, this new actor.
Right. But not new in the industry, apparently, because I had no idea he sung background vocals for her.
Yes.
It was crazy. He's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, her, the music artist, if people get confused.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess I should. Yeah, I should.
Yeah.
They were like,
there's some people that don't know her. Yeah.
Like, for who?
Yeah.
Who's her?
H-E-R. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, the centerpiece of this film is this scene, and I get chills thinking of thinking about it. I'm sitting here like tapping you, like, man, are you watching
amazing,
this?
Man, I think I had zoned out. I was taken somewhere else, dude. Like out of body when I was watching that, man. I'm like, man, this is gonna go down. This is gonna be at every film school, every class. They're gonna show that as an example.
Yes,
like that was nuts.
Yeah, I mean, he visually painted the
Good Times picture. The juke joint picture. He brought it to life, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, let's not do that. I need to give you crickets on that one. But but yeah. No, it was deeper than that, man. He visually. So let me set this up too, and I know we're kind of bouncing around, but at the beginning of the film, they talk about how in our culture, just in the world, there's people that are gifted with these extraordinary powers, supernatural powers, if you will. Music is one. Tribes, people all throughout history, there was like that one person that just had this talent where they could sing or play a tune and they were able to break the veil between our world and the supernatural world. So with that being said, we fast forward to the juke joint. Sammy, preacher boy, is playing his number. And this scene is just amazing where he literally blows the roof off of, he doesn't literally blow the roof off, but he metaphorically blows the roof off of the juke joint with his music. And the way Ryan Coogler and his director of photography, Autumn, shot it was beautiful. Like, he's playing and stuff is just burning around him and people are dancing. And then all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute. Am I seeing somebody twerking? Wait a minute. Man. Am I seeing Bootsy Collins?
Sea walking.
Hey, wait a minute.
Folks are sea walking. The DJ came out with the
turntables.
New shit.
Right.
Preacher boy.
Right.
All these genres. A ballerina floated through there.
Yes.
What else? The African tribal dancer was in there.
Right.
Man, dude, it was crazy. Like I said, hip hop artists.
Right. And they're going around the room. The camera's going around the room in this shot. And
just black music, just black culture. And it's just, it was
blues.
Nuts.
Well, and they had rock music in there too. Yes. But that's the point
come from.
Well, exactly. Yeah. But that's the point he was trying to make visually is this blues music is the foundation for any other genre of music that was birthed here in America,
in the Delta.
Here in the Delta. It came from here.
Right.
And he linked it to like a supernatural thing because, and we haven't talked about this, but there's so many layers of this and we don't have all the time in the world, but man, like they had a vampire named Remick that heard him and they just converge upon the juke joint. And then this is when things start going awry.
Because their vision of the juke joint when they saw it is that it was burning down. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah, we finna
well, their view of it was burning down, but it was beautiful to them. It was like, what is that?
Right.
I want to be
right.
What we're experiencing is cold, death.
Yeah.
Whatever. And so these vampires, Remick, the lead vampire. And we're skating over some stuff naturally, but he recruits other vampires by, of course, biting them. And and the way he did it was gangster, and oh gosh,
this is what are you getting ready to say? What I think because that's where
about
I was
the Choctaw.
Going. Yes, that's where I was going to go.
Right. Okay. Go
earlier.
Ahead. Yes.
So the interesting part about these vampires is that they're the lead, this Remick guy that Ryan mentions is on his way to, I guess, recruit some other white folks.
Right.
And so he's like, man, let me in, man. I need help.
Right.
And, these white folks are very, they're very apprehensive at first, right, about letting them in and stuff. And they do.
And they're Klansmen, by the way.
Yeah, they're Klansmen because there's a robe sitting in there.
Right.
So
as they do in the 30s.
Yeah, just out in the open.
Right.
And he gains entry. So I guess at this point we're pretty much led to believe that they're not in good hands.
Right.
And so then that's when the Native Americans roll up. And again, it's not on the nose. We're vampire killers. You know what I'm saying? Because Ryan knows how to write.
Right.
But they show up And you can kind of tell that they're looking for it. And they say, hey man, we're looking for somebody. And this guy, he's not one of y'all. He's dangerous.
Right.
We've had run-ins with this guy.
Right.
As Native Americans have. Because, of course, Remick is a white guy.
Right.
Right. You know, so he's like, he's not what he says he is, which is so telling in and of itself, right?
Right.
Because that's the lesson that they learned as Native Americans.
Right.
They're not what they say they are.
Right.
And he's trying to tell them. But then when he looks back there and sees, as you said, the robe on full display, he was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to let y'all have it.
Well, no,
technically,
no.
No?
No. He was already invited in, and he was like, hey, ma'am, I'm just letting you know, you've already invited him in.
So was it the fact that it was getting dark and it was like, let's go, man?
Yeah.
Because dude was telling me, he's like, man, come on, let's go, dude, man. Just lead them, man. They don't want to hear it. Let's go. You told them.
Right.
You know.
But he tried to warn. Yes.
Yeah, do what you want with this wisdom. We out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We out of here, man. It's dark, bro.
Yes.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
And so they rode off and they didn't see him anymore.
Yeah.
That was the last we saw of the Indians.
Yeah.
Americans.
There's so many scenes in here that we're not covering. It's a layer cake, but I guess getting back to the juke joint and where the movie kind of just takes a shift. And I will say, what I do find interesting is the movie could have easily gone off the rails at any time. And what I mean by that is, like, what are we watching? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You know, and
but you know
but
what?
It never went off the rails.
Coherent though.
Exactly.
It was
a masterpiece. It mixed all the genres together. If you mix a lot of genres together in a movie, it's gonna be a
that's true.
It could be a problem.
That's
and
true.
the way they did it, I just wanted to touch on that for a quick second. The way they did it was just beautiful. But essentially, this became a horror movie.
Well, it was that.
It was that.
Yes. I mean,
Yes.
I've talked to people that hadn't seen it because they don't like horror movies. I'm like, no, ma'am, no, sir.
Right. It's a different kind of horror movie.
Is, but you need to go.
Yes.
I mean, especially if you've seen Get Out. It ain't no worse than that.
No.
You need to go.
Right. Right.
You know.
Yeah. So basically there's this. Now that the vampires have heard Sammy's music, they're drawn to it.
They
like moths to a flame.
We gotta get in there.
Like moths to a flame.
Yeah, there it is.
And then, so the tension that built in the movie was the vampires were trying. It's vampire lore that a vampire you have to invite a vampire in.
Yeah, you got to.
They're very they're very
right. You gotta let me in. Your space. We're not gonna, but we're gonna convince you that it's in your best interest to let us in.
Yes,
kind of like what Remick did at the very beginning. With you know what I'm saying with the two he recruited. It was like he wasn't like I'm kicking the door in.
Right.
He made a case like I need some help.
Right. What was so beautiful was the psychological aspect of it, where you had Mary especially that had access to the black world and the white world, and she's able to freely go
back and forth between the two,
and that's what caused the most tension, because it's like, don't go out there, but she went out there anyway. I'm good. I'm gonna get the money,
I'm gonna get what we need,
right? You know, and Stack, being the laissez-faire guy that he is, like, get that money,
get that paper,
right? But so anyway, the vampires end up turning her, and then just the insanity ensues from that point, right? So, and we don't need to cover beat by beat what the insanity is, but
because you leave that up to you. You know what it is.
Correct. And you've already seen, at this point, if you've been listening to this podcast, you've already seen the movie.
You know.
But there's so much stuff that
you can't cover it, man. It's like I told you before we started, man. I feel like I had to see this at least 2 more times to be able to give a really. I mean, and then we'd have to talk for hours. Like this,
right.
You don't have enough time,
right,
to talk about the genius in this movie and the messages that were sent, and I mean, and I'm still learning about it when I get out on social media. I'm like, man, this is crazy. I didn't realize
Right. And a lot
Which
of the
speaks to the research that he did.
right. And a lot of the stuff, just hits home,
Yep.
And gosh, there's so much that we can say. Please watch this movie again. Like just watch it again. Support this guy, man. Like,
Please do.
I mean,
Please
my goodness. Like this movie is a masterpiece. It like, man, what would you rate this movie?
10.
10?
Dude, what's wrong with the movie?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not. I'm not.
I'm literally asking you. Can you name something wrong with this movie? Like, that is crazy, man. We don't just be throwing 10s around, but I'm saying I couldn't find anything wrong with the movie.
Right.
Unless you want to say it wasn't long enough.
No. And the funny thing is,
like,
the funny thing is the time, and people listening to this podcast will know there's a time after you watch the movie where you're driving home and you're processing this whole movie and you're asking yourself the question, like trying to pick out the flaws and all that stuff, So, yeah, 10. I couldn't find anything. There was something I wanted to poke a flaw at, but it was answered. And I want to see it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
go see it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it. That's all I got, man. There's so much to talk about. We might do a part 2 this.
Yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah. We got to do a second viewing. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, because I want to see it again before because I feel like I'm doing myself an injustice by not going to see it at least. Hell, we saw Black Panther 2 twice, 3 times. Three times.
Yeah.
So I can see myself seeing this 3 times. Totally. Yeah. For sure. Let us know what you think.
Yes.
Whenever you can.
Great movie. Go see it again. Support this man. Support the team.
Man, he's the new Nolan, bro.
Yeah.
It's the new Nolan and the new Zimmer.
Yeah.
And the rest of the team.
Excellent job.
And he did some work on his deal with Warner Brothers. Look that up. And that needs to be talked
Ownership.
about too.
Yeah, we probably need to talk about that.
Yeah,
again.
Yep.
We're going to revisit this.
He earned it, man. He earned that, bro.
There might be we might have to have a bonus episode for this.
For sure.
There's just so much stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Tell us what you think, man. You know what I'm saying? We glad to be back, and we are happy to hear from everybody that is happy to have us back, man. So go see that movie. It is everything. 10 out of 10, baby.
Yep.
We don't just throwing 10s around, but you know how it is.
Yep.
Holla at you.